Hello and welcome to TFR, TM Film Research. We're on a mission in Clovis Passage. Ooh, look at that. That's a flounder. You can always tell the difference between a flounder and a halibut by looking at the tail. Now, what's rolling along the seafloor here? Some of the amazing things I have been seeing in this area of Puget Sound. We're not looking at marine snow so much as kind of the life on the seafloor in depths too deep for a diver to see. We're in sometimes depths of over 300 feet. And in this particular area, we're watching ratfish swim by the camera. And it's interesting that when we just land and not move around too much, these fish tend to follow us. Now this is a forest of trees, I would think. And as we move along, the bottom is just covered with these things. And a close-up look here. Now, I want you to look at the in-between there. You see kind of a greenish, almost like rabbit pellets in between all of these. And I'm not sure what they're called. We'll just call them a marine plant for now, all right? But what's really concerning to me is the amount of debris that's laying in between each one of these plants. Now, are they a filter system in Puget Sound? Are they helping to clean up the marine snow? It's hard to say, but I'm interested in that kind of green floating material that's on the seafloor. Taking a look here at the depth, 320 feet, 312. We're on a ledge. And as we come up the ledge, of course, the shallow's up, but at 300 feet, this is what it looks like in Clovis Passage. And we're moving to the north, and our goal is to get up at the Southworth Ferry Dock. And from there, we'll go back to Olalla, and then we're going to do a Nearshore, where we're going to follow all the way up again, but this time in 4 and 8 feet of water, maybe 10 at the deepest, and at all tides. And we're going to be looking for the type of sewage that's coming off the beaches, the bacteria that's in the water. Also, we would like to know a little bit more about the temperature in the shallows. Looking at our GPS there, gives you an idea of what kind of equipment we're using. And the picture quality, hey, how about that, folks? Huh? Pretty cool to know that you've been in the deep waters of Puget Sound over 300 feet, and you know what? You didn't even get your toes wet. Again, more of these plants, green kind of around them there. I'm not quite sure what that is. There's a sea star, or starfish, however. I used to, as a kid growing up, we called them starfish. And my mom showed me how to take these starfish and make really nice displays with them. You put them on a board and then put them on an anthill and come back about 3 weeks later and the ants are happy and you have a beautiful dried starfish. And put some salt on it and clean it up a little and you have a real nice piece there for display. Teaching people about the different shapes of these starfish and the size of them and what do they do to the seafloor. Are they a clam eater? Do they, how do they live and eat themselves? And I have been watching, sometimes they completely stand on all their tentacles about 6 to 8 inches off the ground, which is quite interesting to me. And you see there that, again, more of that dark kind of, I'm not sure what it is. Some of it might be heavy metals, others, but it's in between each one of these. And see the close-up that we're giving you here on this, where you actually can see the spines on these are, I'm going to say maybe a tube worm in 300 feet of water. I'm not quite sure what to name them, but it's just fun to look at. And the amount of things that are going on. See, now there's that more of that stuff coming up. Now we move the diver drone a little bit, and see, now what is that? And it's all in the water table as well. When we fly to the different depths, we call it marine snow, but eventually it's going to work to the bottom. Is that what I'm seeing here today? And it just moves with the current. If you've just joined us for the first time, I'd like you to welcome you to TM KIRO. And if you'd like to learn more about what's happening over in dock seas under Puget Sound, you know, we got a live feed that we have a trout that's growing in front of the camera daily. He's becoming a star. We named him Star and Spot. S-P-O-T, Spot. He's a star. Now there's some more of that heavy kind of, I'm not sure what it is. I could take a sample, I guess. Kind of let you know that. But over, I just saw something and I kind of, wow. That's a fabulous shot in 300 feet of water, don't you think? But over on the dock seas under Puget Sound, you know, Spot the trout. He was just the size of a end of your finger, real small. And over the months, we've watched him grow in size. So I think you'll enjoy seeing that. Just a nice, easy slope. What's interesting, too, is the deeper we go off this ledge, I haven't been seeing any fish. Occasionally, I will see the black three-finned true cod that they thought to be extinct in Puget Sound, and I'm seeing it. It's alive, and I know where it locates itself mostly. And in a few of these shots, you'll see it, and they're really kind of fast. They're scared of the camera light, maybe. Well, I don't blame them. If I was almost extinct myself, I'd hide out. And it's nuts, because when you're flying along and all of a sudden you see a fish that might be a salmon. No, it has 3 large fins on the top of its body, and it's black in color. And they're usually, about 2 feet long, something like that. See, there's more of that stuff. Let's call it crud. The green crud of Puget Sound. It just kind of floats there. It's weird. It just all over the water table. And you notice how, like, it's changing in color? Like brown. Ooh, that ratfish swam under us. That's crazy. But you see the brown there with the sand color mix? And that's mostly that heavy metal. I don't even know if that's the correct way to say it. But whatever it is, it's lying on the seafloor in 318 feet of water. I don't know. There might be a little baby octopus in that shot. The little round, bright orange little critter you see holding onto a twig or something. In my past experiences, if you get on this, you'll see the octopi attacking the camera, and it was really a fun, exciting time for me. So you might want to check it out. But all around that were these small little babies. In the center bottom of the screen there, you'll see these snails with their spout or snout, like a elephant would have almost. A trunk. It's interesting just to kind of watch them move around. There are so many things going on in the bottom of Puget Sound. It's like a whole different universe. And I think that we as the public should be the stewards of this universe. And you're seeing marine snow, and you're seeing different colors on the seafloor of, I believe, that marine snow. That was a flounder. Don't get excited, guys. It wasn't a halibut. But you see the marine snow. I just don't understand why we can't put filters on the drains, outfalls coming off of Interstate 5, just to filter all of them. Gee, what a difference I think that might make with our water quality. Our TFR mission is to search out and locate and identify what's going on. Now that was a blue shrimp. And figure out how we can best help educate the public on the needs of Puget Sound. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye-bye.